Sabe que usted...
Una y otra vez castigaba a diestro. Lo va a buscar a Mosca.
¡Váyate, Mosca!
Será el nuevo campeón de Cacha.
So one of the suggestions that Pequeño Juan made to me was that I should make some videos that aren't for tattoo artists, but they're actually for clients so that they know what to expect when they come in to get a tattoo. A lot of times people don't know what to expect, especially if they're getting that first tattoo. They come in and in their minds they think the worst, and they've heard things from people, maybe people who have had bad experiences. I feel like the best thing to do is to just inform them and give them the knowledge. Just let them know this is the process, this is how it goes. There's nothing to be afraid of. I also show new clients how to check the packaging on the needles, to check the dates and make sure that those are good needles, and I inform them about that just so if they go to another tattoo artist, they make sure that that tattoo artist is doing everything they can to make sure they're using the sterilized equipment and they're not going to get an infection from getting a tattoo. So I pass along that knowledge just in case they go somewhere else, they'll know what to look for. I actually worked in a shop where they had a toolbox for the station, and the top of the toolbox was wood, and you could see the stains from the ink on the wood. That means that it was absorbing into the wood, so that is not good. Make sure you have stainless steel or glass countertops. Any material that's not going to soak up ink, blood, or any other body fluids. And you should look at this and make sure this is not expired. Make sure it's not open. Make sure your tattoo artist isn't reusing their needles and their tubes and tips. What I'm doing here is a coil machine. Let me make sure we're on camera here. Everything's bagged and clean. This is going to have a nice solid outline. That's where we're going to start. This is your first tattoo.
Yep.
So that's an added pleasure for me as a tattoo artist. It's fun doing clients' first tattoos because they don't know what to expect, and then pretty soon they realize it's not a big deal and it's like nothing. So here we go.
Yeah, I've heard everything from worst pain in your life to you won't even feel it. So I'm sure it's somewhere in between.
If I do my job right, you will feel it, but you're not going to feel it that much. So it's not going to kill you. But you will feel it. If you don't feel it, then I am not doing my job. Alright, ready? Here we go. I'm going to run a line here first so that you can get a feel for it, and then we'll go from there. What you don't want to do is get a tattoo halfway done on somebody who's going to start freaking out. So what you can do on a first timer is maybe run a line without the ink to see how they feel about it. And then if they're okay, you can go from there. Ready? There it goes. How was that?
Not that bad, actually.
See?
Like, I can feel it, but it's not.
You can feel it,
terrible pain.
but it's not gonna kill you. So, what's the hardest part about wrestling? I can ask you questions too.
I mean, definitely like hitting the mat.
Oh
That
yeah?
hurts a lot. Yeah. So a lot of people think it's like a trampoline.
It's
pretty
plywood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's plywood and like basically like a wrestling mat, but there's a lot of springs underneath, and so you can actually feel those come up.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
The ropes are pretty tough.
What's the trick to hitting the mat without getting hurt?
Flat back.
But hit it flat?
Yeah, tuck your chin.
The SD card that I had, it was like the only SD card I had in that stupid cat. I'm blaming it on the cat, I know for sure, but I'm pretty sure the cat stole it. Alright, let's do some legit video stuff here. So to recap, because I don't know if it got on film or not, research your artist, trust your artist, can make artistic decisions.
Marry your artist.
Marry your artist. If you know eventually they will make a lot of money, which my wife muffed
No, she
that up.
won't, but that's okay.
I don't think I want to marry my artist.
Well, you just have to find an artist that you want to.
Oh, okay.
Well, the good thing about being married to a tattoo artist is you usually get all your tattoos for free. So if you stay, well, yes.
I pay in other ways, is that what you're saying?
Money-wise, monetary-wise, you don't have to pay. But, okay, so research your tattoo artist. You know, see, this is why it's fun to shoot video too, you get tongue-tied. Check them out on Instagram, check out their profile, see if you like their artwork. Just because they're a good artist, you might not like how they do their artwork. What else? What am I forgetting? Make sure they do things cleanly.
Definitely.
Show the tattoo, show the needles first to the clients so that you know they're not old used needles or reused needles. You should always see the tattoo needles come out of the package and check the expiration date on the package. Some artists feel like it's all about them and the client should just do whatever they say, but I feel like it's all about the client and you should make their experience the best experience necessary, because you get a tattoo and you have that to remember your whole life, but you don't forget where you got that tattoo and who gave you that tattoo. So you also have to remember your experience getting tattooed. So I have some tattoos where I hated the experience. So as an artist, I try to give everybody a good experience with their tattoos. So not only do they remember the tattoo when they look at it, but they remember it was a good experience, not a bad experience.
Yeah. And I think in going to that, like, you kind of become a walking billboard, right?
Yeah.
Like, people are going to be interested in your tattoo, ask, where'd you get that?
I gotta stand this way so people can see my new shirt. Tattoos are a walking billboard, so I don't advertise my tattoos. How did you find me? When you came to me because I talked to you, right? And
I saw your tattoos and I was talking about how I was interested in getting some.
Yeah, so a lot of people will come to me because they see my tattoos. And if they see this, you would say, is that guy a good artist or a bad artist? You'd be like, he's okay. He kind of talks a lot. He's boring, but his art is okay. And then you would tell them about me, and then that would be another client. So if you're treating your clients professionally and you're doing the right thing, you'll get people coming to you that you didn't even reach out to get. They just come to you because of your reputation.
I think that goes to, like, talking about stigma and how, like, well, tattoos are for criminals and like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And if your artist is professional, that really spreads like awareness of like, oh, this is something that is legitimate, that's art, has a purpose to it, and not just like we brand criminals that way so we know when they're stealing our stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Your artist is professional, and they act professional, and they do clean work and stuff, you know. So, and that's all word of mouth, you know. And that's, you want to be a professional artist. You don't want to be known for tattooing out of your garage and, you know, being dirty. Because, like I said, just because you're in a shop, that doesn't mean you know what you're doing. So you still need to research somebody if they work in a shop, because all you have to do to get in a shop is pay the city fees and get the licensing. It doesn't mean you know how to tattoo. So definitely research. What should we do for the closing at this? Let's see. Pequeño Juan signing out. Pequeño Juan and Nick Durant signing out. Peace. You know, and we're out. I think that's it. If you go into a shop, you should see things like this. Barrier protection, dental bibs being used. You should see things being wrapped in saran wrap. Again, barrier protection. Items like the power supply should be wrapped in saran wrap. Or the little buttons that are on the power supply should have something over them. That way the tattoo artist is touching your skin, but they are also touching the equipment. If they're tattooing you with more than one machine, they might be going back and forth and flipping this button right here or adjusting the voltage. And if they are touching this and it's not covered, every time they tattoo somebody, they are touching this button with no barrier protection there. And what's happening is that gets contaminated, their glove gets contaminated, then they touch your skin. Your artist should have everything they touch should be covered in something. And it should be covered with new items, not something that's already been on there after they tattooed somebody else. So if you walk into a shop, there shouldn't be anything that soaks up materials being used as a station. Everything should be covered. Everything should be up to date and sterilized. And in my opinion, the tattoo artist should not act like a jerk.